joined now by someone with a lifetime of expertise in reading people. Greg Hartley is a behavior and body language expert. He's also a former U.S. Army interrogator. Sir, thank you very much for being with us. Okay, take us through this first meeting in more than 5 years between Trump and Putin. What stuck out to you sort of primarily right at the beginning?
You see that reach by Putin, the real reach to get a handshake. That shows enthusiasm on his part. Look at how animated his body language is. His hands are rising up into what my partner would call passion playing from the behavior panel. What we're seeing is he's excited to be there. I think Trump did the bravo clap. He did the thumbs up. We're starting off with a lot of enthusiasm in this very beginning.
Yeah, and this is, I'm going to talk about sort of the end of the day, but, you know, in a minute. But one of my favorite moments of the day was this one. Watch it. A bit of show of force there, Trump pointing to the B-2 bomber. Your thoughts on Putin's reaction there? That was an obvious flex. Do you think that annoyed him?
I think he noticed it for sure. It was clear to him. The first look, he doesn't pay much attention. He does a double take and checks it the second time, which is a good indicator that it means something. Look, we're 4,500 miles from Moscow right there with a B-2 bomber and its escorts. That's a pretty clear message.
All right. Now, during the press conference, two world leaders, they stood side by side. They took turns speaking. Putin's remarks clearly prepared in advance. And this is at the end of the day, after the 3-hour meeting. What stood out to you that would telegraph who feels like they ended the meeting with the upper hand?
You know, I don't know that anybody ended the meeting with the upper hand. I think what probably happened, based on all the body language I see in this entire thing, is they came with 10 points hammered out, 5 more to hammer. I'm making up numbers, and they got through 3. And you can see it because Trump's blink rate increases, which indicates stress when he's talking about there's one very sticky one and a couple that they still have to work on. So I don't know that anyone really got the upper hand. I think that Putin knew what he was willing to give, and Trump was trying to push a little harder. Who knows how long it'll take to get to the end of this. But I didn't expect them to come out and say, hey, we stopped the war yesterday.
But there was definitely a change in sort of the level of either warmth or enthusiasm on the part of particularly President Trump at the end there. And then let's take a look at the goodbye when they shook hands really for the last time. Talk to me about this.
Yeah, I think we see Trump reaching out with a very different handshake than he did in the beginning. You also see him doing a little mouth grooming, which is an indicator of stress as he moves his mouth and teeth. And then Putin looks like he's happy with the outcome, or like if he has nothing to lose by saying, I'm just not going to do that, and he came and said that, he could be quite happy. But I think Trump is less happy. It looks more disappointed than he did in the beginning, where he looked very enthusiastic.
All right, Greg Hartley, thank you so much for breaking that down. I always find that stuff really, really fascinating.